What happens when I pray? I've had a bit of a think about this, and part of the question is, for me, what does that mean, praying? What is prayer? And I can only tell you what it is for me. For me, prayer is being in constant contact with something. Don't know what it is. Sometimes it feels like it's part of me. Sometimes it feels like it's something outside of me. Sometimes it feels like it's everything in the universe. But basically, my way of praying is to stay in touch with this other thing. And I try and do it all day long, really. So I don't have a particular time when I pray. Although often beginning and end of the day is something that I try and make sure I'm in contact. And I use it for my own guidance, and I use it for asking for help for myself and others. And what happens is that I have an internal conversation, and I get in touch with the part of me that is the bit that does the asking or the speaking, not the bit of me that does my thinking. It's a separate part to that. And I concentrate, if I've got a difficulty, I concentrate on the difficulty, and I say, I really can't manage this difficulty, please can you help me? Just as a general question. And then the important bit, and I think this is where being a Quaker comes in, is I listen for the answer. And I don't expect it to come immediately. Sometimes it will come, sometimes I'll get an idea straight away. But often it's something that will happen during the day, or I'm thinking of something completely different, and an idea comes to me which seems to answer the question. And sometimes some questions don't get answered. But the more I listen for what I call guidance, the more I seem to get helpful answers. And where they come from, I don't know. So that's what prayer is for me. It's about this being in contact. And I do find the more I listen, the more I'm prepared to say I don't know, the more I'm prepared to ask a question. And it does tend to be questions. Sometimes it's not, actually. Sometimes it's not, please help me let go of this thing. It's a lot about letting go. Not holding on to things, to past events, past hurts. So it's about staying in the present. I think prayer is a lot about being in the present, being with people, being with things. And I don't think it's what most people would think prayer was. But it's how it's grown to be for me. And I think it's become more and more important. I think I always thought prayer was something that, like the Lord's Prayer. Actually, I do use the Lord's Prayer because I just find it's a helpful focus. And it's much about, it's not about me, what I do, what I think. It's about, you could use the word surrender, you could use the word humility. So it's about that I don't know all the answers, and I do need help, as we all do. And the lovely thing about it is I think I'm getting some help with it now. Even if it's only psychologically, it's my own unconscious responding. It's responding in a positive way. So I don't understand what I'm doing. It's just a behaviour that I have. And as a behaviour, it is being very helpful. So I don't label it, I don't label God as the divine, or as the light, or as the spirit, or it could be all of those things. It's something I just don't know about, and I'm happy not to know. I don't define it. But it's something I haven't shared much with anybody. I'm just beginning to share it a bit now. I'm feeling a bit more confident about it. And it feels something that's just developed. That's why I think it's important for you to develop your own way of prayer, and this seems to be mine. And I'm sure it will continue to change and develop. But currently, the more I stay in contact, the better my life seems to flow. And I think that's probably all I want to say.